I knew the moment it happened that there was no going back. It wasn't some dramatic kiss in the rain or a hotel key slipping into my hand. It was a look. Just one of those charged electric glances that somehow says, asterisk, I see you. And I shouldn't. Asterisk, the worst part, it came from someone who wasn't my husband. It started innocently, as these things always do. My company had partnered with a local contractor for a big project, and I was assigned as the point of contact. His name was Jason Tall, easy smile, the kind of quiet confidence that makes you feel like you've known him forever. The first few meetings were just business, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't notice how he always seemed to really listen when I spoke, like my words mattered. My husband Matt has been buried in work for months. Our conversations at home had dwindled to grocery lists and weekend chores, so when Jason started filling that silence with attention, I didn't stop him. It was subtle at first. A quick text to confirm a meeting turned into a longer back and forth about weekend plans. A casual lunch to go over project updates stretched into an hour and a half, and I realized I hadn't laughed like that in years. I told myself it was harmless. Friends, that's all. But I started choosing my outfits more carefully on the days I knew I'd see him. I caught myself checking my phone too often, hoping for that little buzz. Then came the night it went too far. We'd been at an after-hours meeting with the project team, and by the end, it was just the two of us walking out to the parking lot. It was late, the air warm and still, the streetlights casting a strange golden glow. He asked if I was okay, said I'd seemed tired lately. Something in his tone made me drop my guard. I told him more than I should have. About how Matt and I barely touched anymore. About feeling invisible in my own home. About missing being wanted. He stepped closer, and suddenly I could feel the heat radiating off him. My heart was pounding in my ears. He didn't touch me, not then, but his voice dropped to this low, careful whisper when he said, "You deserve more than that." It was the kind of thing no married woman should want to hear from another man, and the kind of thing you can't unhear once it has been said. The next few weeks were a blur of temptation. We still didn't cross the physical line, but the emotional one, we obliterated it. Long, late-night texts, inside jokes. Sharing small, intimate details of our lives that had no place outside our marriages. Every time I looked at my husband, I felt a mix of guilt and resentment. Guilt for what I was hiding. Resentment for not getting from him what Jason so easily gave me. One Friday, we found ourselves working late again. Everyone else had left. We were alone in the office, the hum of the air conditioning loud in the silence. He handed me a coffee, our fingers brushed, and my chest tightened. He smiled in that slow, knowing way, and for a split second, I thought I might let him kiss me. But then my phone lit up on the desk. Matt's name. Just seeing it was like a bucket of cold water. I mumbled some excuse and practically fled the building. That night, lying in bed next to Matt, I stared at the ceiling and realized how close I'd come to losing everything. I'd been chasing something intoxicating, validation, excitement, connection, but at what cost? Jason hadn't pressured me. He didn't have to. I had walked right up to the edge myself. I ended it the next day. I told Jason we needed to keep things professional, that I couldn't keep pretending this was harmless. He looked hurt, but he didn't argue. We still had to work together for a few more months, but it was never the same. The spark was gone, replaced by something heavier: disappointment, maybe even relief. Matt still doesn't know. I've told myself it was only emotional, that I didn't really cheat, but deep down I know that's just me trying to soften the truth. I betrayed him in my heart long before anything physical could happen. The guilt lingers, sharp and quiet. Every now and then, I think about Jason, how big the temptation felt, how impossible it seemed to resist, and I wonder if part of me misses the way he looked at me that first night in the parking lot. But I also know this: if I had let myself give in, even once, I wouldn't be here telling you this. I'd be telling a story about the day I lost my marriage. And that's a weight I don't think I could handle.